Okay, so we will start with Angry. Watch the replay of Angry. As I said, we're gonna watch it as far as we need to see a first major issue, which I believe happen very early. Those kind of mistakes. Also, there's a common thinking people have is that the error which will kill your game or will make you lose happens in later stages of the game. Yeah, like for example, you lose a team fight, then you get rushed, then your HQ goes down and you lose the game. The thing is that this is not the mistake which costs you the game. The mistake which costs the game happens far earlier, always. You know, it's always like the first major thing which happens where you give away an advantage. Because once you give away an advantage and you're playing at a disadvantage, it's so much harder actually to come back. So when we want to play, we don't want to lose the final team fight. We don't want to let it come to the point where we can lose the team fight to lose the game. If this makes sense.
Okay, I hope my voice being hard to hear in the video doesn't.
That doesn't matter. I'm currently not like I said. You know, you jumped in as a leader and Angel as well for the last tournament. This will be of course covered in the future by me. And if you will have to do it for me again, then we will make special trainings units for exactly this purpose. But for now, we want to just focus on your individual skill, play style, and maybe a little bit on the team if I see something which I can tell. Of course, we will have look not only at you, because if I see something else from someone else, then I will say my stuff too. I will actually mute the thing in the channel. Okay, so first thing which you guys hopefully did is to understand that you're playing against a Warhead Rhino Striker Bulwark Vulcan, meaning there is no Valkyrie in it. They have, however, 2 stunner, 2 tanks in their lineup. They are lacking, however, in damage, if this is the case. So their lane push abilities shouldn't be that strong, but let's see how things go. Okay, well, the game didn't start, and the first thing I see is by scrolling into the middle is I fucking said stand fucking at the fucking tower, and I see people being completely already remotely in the smoke. You know, if Edsmack as Cobra does it, then okay, well, he's risking, but he can escape. But why is Instagame? Why is they angry? This was never the deal. Stay.
Trying to cover.
Yeah, don't cover cover, because in 90% of the cases he will get away and you will run in and you will be the one to die, and then he's coming back to help you and you both die.
No, I would have never engaged. The main thing I would have done is just fall back right around the corner there and right where my teammates are. I mean, there's no way they could have known I was there.
Okay, 40 seconds is actually, you know, as another advice, little thing. Okay, wait, you know what? We're going to start writing those things down, because nobody will be ever able to record this.
Can I comment on that too?
Go ahead.
See, when we played those 2 games before the tournament, something that I noticed is that the enemy Vulcan that I was up against, he got to lane before I did. I mean, I left at like the 40-second mark, and by the time I got there, he had already killed like 2 of my drones.
And he was a badass as well, right?
Yeah, so he already had an advantage in the lane over me.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting.
Because I think he went straight to lane, and you know, he just advanced beyond the and started engaging my drones.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because in the last few games that I've had, I've seen people do exactly that as well. Like they advance straight to him lanes, like tap a little bit on him tower, wait for drones, and then come back to him middle, just so they got that little head start, and then they redisperse back to lanes with a head start.
Okay, wait.
If you know what I mean.
I'm creating a new document. This will be somewhere so soon on my page. Let's just do it like that. We're gonna.
I mean, you've got all our email addresses now, so you can just email us.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm prefer to share those documents, because then we have it easiest to get it. Wait, I will just. How do I name it? Okay, I will just name it checklist, whatever.
Yeah, Angel, I think that Valkyrie is a noob sentinel.
Yeah.
She's easy mode and just does so much damage and so many slows and all that.
Yeah,
I would say though, in the last game of stuff that I've been playing, Valkyrie is really easy to deal with flatline.
Why was flatline?
Because you know you do that stim slow with the corrupt ground, and then you shoot them, and then she's down to like a pip of health, and they just run away every time. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But you'll see. You'll see.
Control yourself, man.
Hey. Say that again.
Control yourself, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, if anybody didn't get an invite now, 5 people should have gotten an invite. If anybody didn't get an invite, tell me. So, what would you say? When do you need to be at lane?
I mean, I may still have that recorded. I think I recorded those 2 battles. I'll go back and look. But I think I left at, around the 40-second mark. But, like I said, by the time I got there, he was already there. Okay,
so let's say 0:35, okay?
I think that's when I left in this one, but I'm not positive.
Look, we're gonna say it like this. As the idea why you stay in mid is because if they try to face push the mid tower before minions, you need to have a defense up. But okay.
I totally understand that.
So second thing, stay at tower. Don't go out and risk engagement. Something we don't want.
But also just to say, should I get to lane before whoever might be there, that also would give me an advantage in that lane.
Yeah, that's fine.
Push forward a little bit.
Yeah, you can I think run a little bit earlier in future, and that will be fine.
And am I wrong? But I mean, it's also a slightly longer distance from mid lane to bottom than it is from mid lane to top.
Correct.
Okay.
It's longer to get bot lane than it is to get top.
If you have more information, those kind of things, please just make a note in the document, because this is kind of we don't need to discuss now, because it's just wasting time. But it was good to make those comments, but I don't just want to go deeper into it, because we can make it more efficient by just writing a comment in the documents and then I will adjust the times or make a side note to it, and then it's clear. Yeah, okay. The little thing I wouldn't. I don't know. Let's look. So you're going kind of front. Are you doing it? You're still waiting. Yeah, you're going in. You have still no vision. It's a little mistake, and of course it's not a major mistake which broke your lane. But why risking this? Why would you risk going into the middle if you have no idea where they are? Assume that there are 5 in this smoke, because you have no other information. So don't risk it.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go.
Well, just like what we was talking about. I mean, you said, if you mess up in the early game, you can be at a disadvantage. Well, if I do something that puts me at an advantage, then that puts them at a disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough. But moment. But recently, right now, you don't see anybody right on the map. So you need to assume the worst to be safe playing. The thing is that those games are of course you will play an advantage in your lane, and this will be an advantage, and this will help your team, but you're playing for a team advantage in general in those games. And if you go in the smoke and there are 5 people there, they will kill you. What kind of advantage? This is very high risk. I mean, this is what I want to say. And the benefit will be that there will be maybe 1 enemy sentinel, or that you can later stages, a little bit later, ambush 1 sentinel. But then again, this ambush the sentinel most likely won't kill him in Vulcan. As the ideal situation, you go to the very light of the smoke. He will come to start shooting at the drones, and you flank him and start doing heavy damage on him. Most likely, he will be able to retreat either to the barrier or back to the tower and survive. This is the highest chance. Do you agree?
Yes, I understand. But
okay.
I mean, if you can hear me, you'll see that it actually, and I'm not saying anything bad about Adam, but it actually takes me a while to get bot vision, and I asked for it a few times and stuff.
Yeah, but we're not talking about vision. We're talking right now about you don't have vision for whatever reason, and you're risking. You're making a very high risk move without having you look, high risk, high reward is cool. Yeah, good. But high risk, very low reward is It's not what you should do. And this is a high risk reward. It is very simple. Don't misunderstand me, angry. This is very simple. This is very small. Don't face check if you don't see it. It's just not worth the risk. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, just tell me where I'm supposed to be. I mean, until I get vision.
Here on the left side. Just be here on the left side. Just be here, and here you can start.
There the entire time until I get bot vision, or
no? No. When you start seeing them, right now you can see already at this point 3 people are in mid, so you can more easily move into the situation. From here, this point, you can see my mouse, right? Yeah.
But you're also on a 20-second delay, though.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. We can actually fix this if you guys just I share my screen with you. Haha. Shall we do this and we don't have a delay? That's a good idea. But then we need to go to Skype, and these things get complicated then. Okay, never mind. I will just explain it next time. The barrier next to your tower, which is in the middle lane, is like a very nice protection. Meaning that you can stand here, you can start shooting at the drones. You are protected against invades from smoke, because they have kind of a long range to go there. If they're coming out, suddenly all 5 of them of the smoke, you can just retreat through the barrier. They can shoot you, and you can run backwards to safety. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense, yeah? So this is understood. In worst case, just, you see it on the screen what I'm talking about. And yeah, now you can see at this point you have 3 people in mid, so there's only maximum 2, so you can be a little bit more relaxed by doing your normal thing. So, but if you don't have the vision, just don't risk it. I mean, I understand you can say, hey, this was the fault of XY, but if you go out and die, then it was your fault to go out and die, You know what I mean? Okay. But again, little thing.
We got a red card and we're losing 2-1. There.
Okay, I have no idea.
I forgot my mic one.
Seriously, Kevin, what are you doing?
No, I think he didn't realise his mic was on. It's fine. He made a mistake.
Yeah, but who is he talking to?
Oh no,
my girlfriend's brother. Yeah. That's who I'm talking to.
Okay, because if you are now having party at your place, and I'm okay, whatever. Listen, this is important for you too. Okay, this going is, I think, perfectly fine. We still don't know where 2 of those laners are, so this is kind of weird. Besides, are they mid? I saw Vulcan somewhere here in mid lane. I have no idea what happened to him. I believe that you should push. You have top lane completely pushed. You have currently the situation. You should push into the tower. Reason for it is you have 3 people in mid lane. You have striker pushing into the enemy tower, and although you don't have vision, it's still a calculated risk. So what can happen? What can happen in this position? I know that I'm actually making it far more descriptive than I wanted to just be general, but I think those things is good to actually talk about. What can happen right now is that you can get ganked from 2 people. This is the worst of the situation which can happen right now. And if this happens, this means that striker has completely free reign to push into the enemy tower. Meaning that even if you die, it is still a sacrifice worse, because you will get heavy damage on the top tower. The lane is completely pushed, so even if you die now, you will most likely be able to return into the lane without them being able to do too much damage to your lane. And this is essential. Worst case scenario, you're getting now ganked, you die, and they manage to take both drones before you come back. This is a worst case scenario, which is very unlikely because, while the drones are spawning in 15 seconds, you should be back in this time. So there we go. So yeah, this is the situation. Definitely this push, absolutely justified, and you should do it. Now, in preparation of what can happen is, first of all, I'm not sure if you actually did it. Let me just check a little bit, scroll back. Wow, how did I went in front instead of back? Okay, so we just a little bit back, so that we have actually, I think, 4 people even in mid lane. This is right? No, 5 even, right? 5 people in mid lane. Perfect. Very good. You checked the smoke. This is really the smoke. This is really important to see, okay, if there is an ambush waiting for you, you need to know if this is the case. So now you are in this position. Actually, we have 5 people in mid lane, so I don't even need to bother what's happening. Okay, so now we saw already a little flash up. Vulcan is coming bot. Striker, however, is going top. So you're 1-1. What you need to do right now is full power on the tower. This is the essential thing. What you need to do. Reason behind this is essentially you're playing against. If Vulcan will come to the lane, he has basically two options to come to the lane. He can either come on the right side of the watchtower, directly invading the lane through the laser barrier there, or he's coming from behind and he will come up next to the tower from one of the side streets. If he does this to play it safe, to protect the tower, perfect for you. He has no angle on to engage you properly. Or if he comes from the watchtower from the right side, he can flank you. But if he does this, you can see it already on your map, the position of your minions. Your minions will very soon after he engages you will arrive at the position, and then you have the perfect spot to fight him, because you have the support of your droids to do damage at him, and you have possibilities to hide behind him. If the druids wouldn't come, what you should do is you should retreat into the south of the map, and this little here you can see it, whatever it is, this little yeah, army thing, you can run around. So he will most likely not get you because you can juke him. You can run around here if he still follows you. If you get low, you can just run north through the laser barriers and left around the long way to reach your tower. And it is very unlikely that Vulcan is capable of killing you in this position. Okay. Oh, and we can see actually, I went a little bit too far. Still too far.
Is the stream up to date now, or is it still behind?
The stream is
a slight lag.
By standard, it is always like 30 seconds delay.
Oh, okay.
So we're still a little bit too far now. This jump is a little bit annoying here. Okay, so you're still at the tower. You're currently, Vulcan will arrive soon. Watchtower is taken by Cobra. Yeah, you're not in the position you can't do much more damage on the tower. I'm not sure if you focus on the tower, you focus on druids. I didn't see it. I don't look now, but in general, focus on the tower, please.
That's one of the Vulcan issues. I mean, if you'll notice in the video how my cursor is not even where I'm actually aiming. This
is with everyone. This is with Striker, the same thing. This is because they have like a little radius around them, which basically catches your targeting.
The same with Cobra and that dagger thing as well, man.
But this is with every sentinel this way. But it is fixed. But they will fix it somehow in the future, and you can deal with it with clever positioning. But this is something you just need to try out. Or if you can't, we will talk about this in the future.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, so we see right now Bulwark heading towards Watchtower. Vulcan actually was coming from behind. Good for you. So now you have the situation that you have Bulwark, you have Vulcan as potential threats to you. So this is perfectly fine. Now what you need to do is you need to push, and you need to see if Bulwark is running through or if she's waiting. If he's running through, you have still enough time to retreat. So no panic, waiting now. Now is the time where, okay, now you need to back off. Now is the time you need to back off, because Bulwark is there, he vanished, you don't have no vision on him anymore. You don't know if he is moving in on you or if he's moving back. So now you need to retreat. Instead of fighting him. So, and there's the moment where I believe you will start losing advantage which you had in your lane. What happens now? You were a little bit too long in this. This is now everything else is now as a consequence of your error to start fighting him instead of retreating him. So run wise, yeah. Okay, so he actually didn't stun you. Good for you. This was a very bad gank. Holy shit. So actually this was your death sentence, actually. Waiting too long on the lane. But as you can see, enemies are doing mistakes too.